No other state hates more the beastmen than the men from Middenheim, and that hatred could be seen in the Battle of the Field of Altdorf. One group of spearmen performed so well in the battle that Karl personally went to deliver prizes, which were politely refused, as the captain of the company said, "We're not mercenaries, my emperor. We do this for the land, and specifically against these filthy animals, we do it for Boris Todbringer's vengeance." And from that day, these brave spearmen were named Boris's Revenge, their blue banners decorated with a single spear piercing an eye, a reference to the hatred of Boris for having lost one, but also a mockery of Kazrak for having lost his. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires Let's Play, where we're playing as Karl Franz, having an absolute field day against the Beastmen. Last session's battle was absolutely huge just outside Altdorf. You can actually see the Battle of Altdorf over here with almost 6,000 casualties. We were very bruised, we were very battered, but we came out on top. Things went roughly, I'm not going to lie to you. They went very roughly, but despite the damage we've taken, I think we've got the upper hand. Now, last session I was planning on pulling back to Altdorf, recruiting, replenishing, recuperating, and then diving into Weissmund. But it was pointed out in the comments, it's almost like a race. Who will be the first to actually recover from that grand battle, and who will be the first to strike? The answer to those questions cannot be left up in the air. The answer to those questions have to be us. We must be the first to recuperate. We must be the first to strike. And so, with that said, I think the first thing we're going to do today, actually, rather than pull back into Altdorf, is push up into Weissmund. And so, with that said, Nicholas, we will push you just outside Weissmund, as close as you can get. And Karl, we're going to push you to actually strike at Weissmund as well. With the reinforcements coming in from behind, we should hopefully be able to overcome its garrison and any reinforcing armies that are actually not within its reach. Thank God. Beautiful screech there. Actually, I love the sounds, the pure, like, aggression. Oh, perfect timing, too. Love it. I think we'll be okay. There's a few Goreherd, some Goreherd with shields. We've got some Ungoreherd as well. Ungor Spearmint Herd. I'm not too concerned about this. Decisive victory if we auto-resolve, but I don't think we will. We'd lose, actually, a couple of units if we tried that. So instead, we're going to go ahead and dive into the battlefield and make sure we don't lose anybody, make sure we win handily, and make sure the Warherd of the One Eye is eliminated once and for all. To the battlefield we go. Alright, folks, we are kicking this session off with a crucial battle right off the bat. I need to remind you, maybe I don't actually, but I'm going to remind you either way, that it is absolutely essential that we not just win this battle, but we win it handily. We cannot take too many losses, because, of course, there is at least one Beastman army out there that still threatens us, and if we take too many losses, they might chase us down and finish us off, and so all our victories will be for naught. So we have to be very, very careful about not taking too much damage. We're going to go ahead and deploy over here, and what's probably going to happen, actually, is we're probably going to have to push forward. Typically, because we have artillery, we'd be able to pop some shots and draw the enemy forward, but I don't think they're in range. No, they're nowhere near range. So we're going to have to move forward, get the artillery in range, and only then will the enemy actually push forward. Now, they might pull the trigger a bit earlier, so it's a bit of a risk, but I'm fairly confident in my assessment of the situation. So let's go ahead and get these guns a bit further up. I suppose I could put them in the trees and see if they can actually hide in there. Some of them can. I mean, again, it's a bit of a risk, but hey, in for a penny, in for a pound. There we go, hidden over there. So if anybody does decide to move forward, we'd be able to spot them. Karl is also going to fly in to, get some eyes in there. But apart from that, I think we'll be waiting for our soldiers back over here to push forward, and for our artillery in particular to get into position. Let's move these guys up front, actually, and let's get the artillery back over here. Let's get the Knights Errant in the trees over here, perhaps, in case the enemy does charge forward. I wouldn't mind having our cavalry hidden to, pull them out at the very last possible moment and get some nice rear charges. Surely there's a spot where they can hide there. Wow. Just ask for it, and ye shall receive, I suppose. Then we've got our hand gunners as well, of course. Let's go ahead and position them. Okay, let's do this. Let's put them over here. And I'm going to try and pull off a similar thing to what I was trying to pull off last session in the battle where they kind of actually ended up out of position. And that is, I want to send them into the backs of the enemy to fire into their backs after front lines have engaged. That would cause a lot of damage, we'd have clear lines of fire, and I think overall it would work out better. So I'm keeping them on this side so they can kind of like sneak around the side, but I'm not exposing them as much as I did in that last battle, where, you know, if we get flanked or something, I'm just completely out of position. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and nudge you just a slight bit further up and begin the battle. Alright, Karl, let's move you up. Scouting for us, right? And our reinforcements will take how long? Like 2 minutes? Minute and a half, give or take? Sure. Once they arrive, the battle is entirely in our favor. It's already in our favor, but again, if we get those crossbows in from Nicholas, it'll just soften the enemy up so much more. Karl's moving up. Let's go ahead and move the rest of the army up as well, because as predicted, it does not look like they're actually moving towards us. We'll go ahead and do a slow march forward, because if they suddenly change their mind and decide to push forward, I want to make sure I can stop, maintain my formation, and open fire without having to go back and micromanage and adjust. Karl flying in there, looking absolutely gorgeous. Such a cool model and everything. So glad to finally have him up in the air properly. We've had him in the air before, but you know what I mean. I got a couple of harpies to worry about. I know there are some spears on the ground, but of course they're hidden from us, which is why I'm sending Karl forward, just so we can find all their troops, doing a bit of a scouting maneuver, basically. Some recon. And maybe even dive into some of the enemy here and there. We got some Ungor herd there. Or herd. Harpies, are we baiting you? Oh, what do we got going on over here? Maybe dive in for a little charge. Don't want to get caught out of position by those harpies. Okay, let's pull back. Get out of there. And no such luck. I was hoping to bait them into the Free Company militia and open fire. Nothing for now, though. Okay, fair enough. Dive in, perhaps, into the Gore herd. Or down over here, even. Looks like a clear charge. Down we go. A little bit of damage, perhaps. Yeah, you know, it's something. Get out of there before you get swarmed too much. Again, he's not at full health, right? So, want to be careful not to get bogged down, especially before our reinforcements arrive. Up in the air we go. These guys are still moving, slowly but surely. Again, just marching, right? It looks like our reinforcements have arrived as well. Excellent. Going for another charge with Karl Franz. Keep these guys moving forward as well. Yeah, we'll still be just short of range, I think, actually. Nudge them up to there. Move these guys. Actually, keep them where they are right now. Karl has got these guys hurting. Good stuff. Push through. That was actually a solid hit. Go ahead and get up in the air. You know what? I don't like getting up in the air back there because the harpies will block our exit route. Up we go. Come on. Okay, good stuff. They've given up the chase. Push around. Artillery is in range. Go ahead and open fire. We're fine where we are. Yeah, everybody else is going to march up forward. That's okay. Fine by me. And let's go ahead and make sure all of our crossbows are in a good spot over here. Let's get all of these swords up as well. And let's get these spears moving up too. Or they'll be able to hold the line up there. These guns will be able to sneak up from over there, hopefully. And let's go ahead and get our pistoliers moving up. Karl, pull you over. And let's get the knights coming up with Nicholas as well. Let's go. Cool. Karl, keep pulling you. Artillery, are we firing? I think so. Says we are. Oh, here we go. Speak of the devil. Give me some good hits. Come on now. Not too bad. Not that great either. What do we have here? Centaurs. Charge them down, I suppose. Almost in the range of our guns, actually. Down we go. Cause a bit of hurt here and there. Drop their morale significantly. They're right by the edge of the map, though I don't think they can escape from there. In come more artillery shots. I don't think that's going to do too much, unfortunately. We got to get Karl out of here because the harpies are coming and they'll bog us down. Oh boy, here we go. Free Company militia, move up, open fire. And in they come as well. These Ungor herd are coming through. Karl, let's try and get you out of there. Let's go. Artillery still firing way back over there. What about our crossbows? Let's go ahead and get these guys grouped up as well. Not a habit I'm used to, having a group 6 of crossbows, but it is what it is. Open fire on these Centaurs, please. Good stuff. Karl up in the air. Let's go. Let's go. Free Company militia are going to be swarmed by those harpies. Pull back. Pistoliers. Open fire on the harpies. Karl, up in the air. Come on, let's go up in the air. I want to shut those harpies down. Too late now. Pull these pistoliers back. Get our crossbows opening fire against the Centaur. Artillery. Fire against the Ungor herd over here. And let's get the Free Company militia still pulling back. Handgunners. Open fire back there if you can. Karl Franz into the harpies. Feeling all good. Crossbows, open fire at the harpies. Karl's going in there as well. Free Company Militia, turn around and open fire. A little worried about how close these gore herds with shields are coming. But the harpies are hurting. Yeah, this is good. Crossbows firing away as well. Artillery. Open fire back there. I need to be able to use the artillery a bit more. Get Karl out of there. Free Company Militia. Pull you back. Let's send our infantry in. Up we go. Karl in the air, please. Send these guys in. Pistoliers, pull you back. Let's go. Let's go. And let's get these guys to the side over here. Let's get you diving in over here as well. Good stuff. Crossbows, fire back over there. Artillery's firing back there as well. Karl, let's push you over here so we can use his ability. In we go, in we go. And go ahead and pop that. There we go. Stop these harpies, please. Free Company Militia, turn around, open fire. Handgunners, handgunners. We don't have any room up there. This space is kind of blocked, unfortunately. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and fire up at the harpies. Finish them off. Karl's doing alright. He's down in there. He's having a good time. He's having a good time. Let's go ahead and help against these gore herd over here, perhaps. Up the other side. And our crossbows have pushed up a little too far ahead, I think. Firing away at the Centaur thing. Get these guys, the knights, the errant knights errant, up over here. Get a nice rear charge with them. The harpies are maybe a little concerning. If we can get up in the air and shut them down, that'd be nice. Free Company Militia doing alright. Fire up there. Go, let's go, let's go. Up in the air, up in the air. Well, let's get a rear charge over here as well. Firing away at the harpies. Okay, they're done for. And in come the errant knights errant with a nice rear charge. Not so errant anymore. Looked pretty good. Not too much damage. Let's get Karl diving in there as well. There are a couple of spears in the area, so we want to be very careful about that, obviously. Let's put Karl in there. Let's go, let's go. Crossbows, opening fire. Over here as well. In comes Karl. Good stuff. Dropping their morale. And dropping their bodies, too. Not too bad at all. The spears over there holding the line. Let's send these spears in as well. Send these swords in. Let's go. Get these swords up over here. Get these swords up over there as well. Karl, pull you out. Can't pull this yet. Send these guys in. Let's go. How are we doing over here? Doing alright? Crossbows. Open fire back there. Artillery. Can't really hit anything, unfortunately. Oh, what about back there? Just hit the ground. Oh, the harpies are on us, are they? Get rid of those harpies. I think that must have just happened. Come on, come on. Scare them off. Scare them off. Karl, let's get you up in the air. Chasing a lot of these guys away. Let's go ahead and drop in over here on the Ungor herd. Finish them off. Get into position to deal with these guys. Countercharge. The harpies have given up. Artillery, are you able to open fire? Hopefully. In comes Karl. Again, having a wondrous time. Terror. Shatters. Victory. Okay, you know what? Not too unhappy about how that went. Terror is always so fun to drop in at the right time. Good stuff. Good stuff. Victory is ours. Decisive victory is ours. Excellent. Very, very excellent indeed. I don't think we took too many losses there. I was maybe a little careless at some points, but overall, we only lost about 200... Oh, actually, exactly 300 soldiers between the two armies. But that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We did well. We defeated them. We've taken the settlement. We'll hand it off to our Elector Counts, obviously. But, yeah, 101 kills on Karl Franz. Some of these spears were resting, holding them in reserve. Didn't just need to create a mosh pit. It was a very narrow battlefield, right? So I wanted to throw in backup if needed, and perhaps I could have pulled the trigger a bit earlier on some of the reinforcements and some of the reserve units, but I think it worked out okay. The Free Company Militia took a bit of a risk. Again, we kept them up front, and I wanted to get just a couple of shots into those Centaur, but when the Harpies swarmed in as well, we had to pull back, and we took a bit of a beating there. But you know what? Not too bad at all. Some of these kill counts are fantastic. 82 on these Free Company Militia. The handgunners are coming into their own as well. 46 and 41. Artillery did all right. They were... the gaps were closed so quickly. They weren't able to get as many shots off as I would have loved. But they did all right. 143 kills on the Zweihan of Helmgart. They continue to impress. The heroes and the Zweihan of Helmgart are, well, constantly impressive. And ultimately, it's actually 142 kills on Karl Franz. These guys didn't do too bad either for... I mean, they're late arrivals, but they were involved right from the beginning. The crossbows, I think, did a lot of work in terms of reducing morale as well. We can never downplay the importance of that, right? But this was fantastic. Very pleased with the victory. Decisive victory. I will happily take it. And we will return Weismund to the Elector. It would be Middenland, right? Yes, of course. Good stuff. Go ahead and send you off. And now, We've got an apprentice wizard for Karl Franz. Sure, I need some spell casting in these armies, but okay, all well and good. Fencer's Blades for Nicholas Herman, good for you, buddy. And Assured Assailant for Karl Franz, increasing leadership aura size and leadership itself when attacking for the entire army. Good stuff, good stuff. Enchanted Shield, that's not on anybody right now, but extra armor and melee defense. Not bad. But what is bad right now is that we're actually deep inside what is still, in some ways, enemy territory. Yes, we took Weissmund, and I don't think Kazarak has any other territory left anywhere, but there is at least, and I think I mentioned this earlier, there is at least one army out there somewhere, and there might even be two armies that are attempting to replenish, recruit, and strike back, right? So I can't just stay over here in our current state, especially considering how much attrition we're taking and just how much damage just the state of our army, to put it simply. So, I think we're going to pull back into the safety of Reichland, and more specifically, in the case of Karl Franz, the safety of Altdorf. Now, we won't be able to recruit if we force march, sorry, but at least we'll be able to replenish at a decent rate, right? Yeah, that's fantastic, actually. We could get the Regiment of Renown. Sterling's Revenge is something I've had my eye on. The Silver Bullets, did they just get unlocked? Or did I forget about unlocking them last time? Huh. Either way, the Silver Bullets and Sterling's Revenge both make sense for this army. Again, very, very, black powder heavy army, so that kind of works out. I do want to leave some room, of course, for another unit of Karlberg Greatswords to make up for the ones that we lost. Again, I do have a name suggestion for them as well, so I can't wait to get them in there. But apart from that, I mean, I guess I can't really recruit. If I get both of those gunpowder units and another unit of the Karlberg Greatswords, or leave a slot for them at least, I wouldn't really be able to recruit much more. I could do a bit of merging, though these are high-rank units. Do I really want to merge them away? There's no point rushing it either way. Let's go ahead and stay back here, take a turn of replenishment, see what we can recruit, what we can afford to recruit, what we can afford the upkeep for as well, and we'll make some decisions accordingly. We're going to pull Nicholas back as well, again, get him the proper replenishment of being at home, but also we want to tuck him behind Altdorf just in case he gets picked off all on his own by an ambush or something like that. We cannot have that happen. So let's go ahead and pull Nicholas back as well, as far back as we can get. Again, behind the safety of Altdorf, right? He can't recruit either, of course, forced march. But really quickly, I touched on the economy and the just economic situation. I want to touch on that a bit more. We desperately need to improve our economy. Right now at Grunberg, we'll have a little bit of a boost to our income. But apart from that, I think I need to upgrade Eilhart and upgrade this building even further. We need to... I'm not in a rush to confederate, but I need to acquire more territory. Fortunately, the war with the Vampire Counts will allow me to do that, so I can build more structures to increase our income, especially Castle Drakenhof down over here. But it's getting a little desperate, so I just need to keep that in mind as we move forward. It's been suggested that maybe we actually abandon one of our armies or reduce these armies over here and make them into non-full stacks, like maybe half stacks or three-quarter stacks, and go around as a pair or go around together to save us some money. And that's not a bad idea. However, just as a reminder, we have had war declared on us from the north. Oh, excuse me. Hello. Wait, that's not as far north as I thought. Excuse me. That is nowhere near as far north as I thought. This does not look good. Zavastra, oh no, with Skaven Corruption dropping as well, oh no. Oh no. Oh, I wish I'd noticed this sooner. How recently did this happen? I'm not sure. I did not, oh man. Okay, the reason why I'm so concerned is because Zavastra being a ruin, I imagine is a recent development. And the only reason that would happen is because the Skaven are here, or the Champions of Chaos are here. With Skaven Corruption going down, despite it being a ruin, I get the feeling that the Champions of Chaos are here. And if they're already here, they're not that far away from, like, Kappelberg and stuff. I believe we're the only ones here they're at war with. Oh my goodness, no. No. This is going to be rough. So I was going to say, don't forget, we had war declared upon us by the folks up north over here. Of course, we had, Hell Pit Clan Molder, rather, I should say, declare war upon us. We had, the Champions of Chaos declare war upon us. I did not realize they were right at our doorstep. Okay, so the economy is almost in shambles. I don't think we can afford to disband either of these armies, and now we really can't move them north either. I guess Ubel I could pull a little bit to the north if we need to get ready for a defense, but with the Vampire Counts amassing their armies here as well, can I really afford to do that? Jeez. Alright, you know what? We're going to end the turn here after I assign these skill points. We have to hope that someone else helps take care of the Beastmen and what's left of them. Hope they're not able to actually, reinstate themselves. And then we'll need to send at least Karl over to that side, if not Nicholas as well. Emperor's Finest, another step of that I think will be good right about now, because I think our melee soldiers need some help. Could have got the last step of Pistol Corps, but I do think our melee units need a little bit of help. So Emperor's Finest it shall be. That's that assigned. Building upgrade available. I doubt I can really afford it. The upgrade at Helmgart is not essential, I would say, either. But yes, let us end the turn there. And again, I know I said I wanted to upgrade Isleheart, but I'm holding off on that expense, because if I spend 4,000 gold on this right now, then we're left with no money to actually recruit any units into either of these armies, and I do think they need a bit more strength, potentially. We'll see. First, let's see what the AI does. Folks, I hope you're enjoying this tension, because I certainly am. If you are too, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I say it all the time because it really does make a very big difference. Just let me know what people are interested in watching on the channel, what I should keep doing, what I should do more of, less of. It has a direct impact on what you see on the channel. So, if you're liking the show, hit the like button, leave a comment, and it does make a very big difference. Okay, good. Sylvania did not attack. Oh, of course. As I was saying the word attack, I hear the sound, the audio cue, and I just knew it. I just knew it. I saw this coming. Oh boy. The Ecstatic Legions have arrived. Azazel has arrived. Valiant defeat being predicted over here. Their units are quite hurt, many of them. But the fact of the matter is that Azazel alone could probably take our entire army out. Let's be real here. So we're going to fight this. We're going to fight this, and our best hope is that we actually destroy some of their units, or at least weaken this army enough that they're forced back from whence they came, and we don't have to deal with them for some time yet. With that hope in our heart, to the battlefield we go. If Azazel works for the god of pleasure, why am I so displeased? This battle is absolutely crucial. Even though we're horribly outnumbered, outmatched, we have to cause as much damage as possible. We are also completely surrounded. What do we have over here? Looks like we've got some Chaos Trolls over here. Yep. Marauders, Hell Scourges, more Marauders of Slaanesh, those. Demonettes of Slaanesh, okay, fair enough. And then back up over here, what do we have? The larger part of their army. It looks like a couple of chariots, the Secret Chariots. We've got some Warhounds, quite a few Warhounds. Marauders of Slaanesh, the Hell Scourges, Aspiring Champions. Okay, more Hell Scourges. And then over here, we actually have Azazel himself. That is going to be a problem. Not looking forward to that. What do we have? We have the Chaos Sorcerer back here as well, some Marauders and some Hell Scourges. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to hold on to this victory point, I think. So, let's get everybody back over here. Just arrange them for now. We are going to get our crossbows up over here, and as these guys approach from this way, we should be able to fire away at them and cause at least a little bit of damage. That'll be very helpful, I think. Yeah, so they'll creep closer and closer. We'll cause some damage. Meanwhile, at the same time, we're going to go ahead and get some of these Spearmen with Shields over here, and these Spearmen with Shields over here. That will allow them to hopefully funnel the enemy into a nice space where we can actually fire into, not just with our crossbows, but also with the tower that I'm going to build back over here. We'll make it a piercing tower. I wonder if I should invest a little bit extra. Rather than having two separate towers, one up here and one maybe down there, I wonder if I should invest a little bit extra and just get the one more powerful piercing tower up over here, able to fire into this clump when it eventually forms. Yes, we're going to do that. A bit of a risk, but hopefully a worthwhile one. So we've got these spears over here. able to hold this space, hopefully. With 100 more points, I'm not able to do anything, but with 300, we can build this barricade over here, which will prevent these guys from flooding in too easily, though I do believe they have other angles of approach. They do indeed. That's okay. If we can slow them down or force them through a longer path, that's helpful. We'll get these spears over here, so that if Azazel decides to move in against the crossbows, these spears are able to maybe protect them a little bit. We'll get these swordsmen over here, and we'll get these two... Actually, no. Switch that around. Let's go ahead and send the leader, Ulrich, up over here to dive in if need be. And these 2 units of swords will come up over here. And what I think we'll do is we'll send them in for some rear charges. After lines meet over here, we'll send in some rear charges. Lacking cavalry, all we can use is infantry for that. And hopefully it'll work out all right. Can you hear the confidence in my voice? Look, all we're trying to do is cause some damage to enemy numbers. With that said, let's get this party started, shall we? Alright, come closer. Come closer. Oh, here we go. Crossbows. Open fire. Come on now. Quickly now. Quickly now. Quickly now. Within range. Nice clean volley. Could actually do a fair bit of work over here. Here we go. One volley from one of them. And you know what? That's not bad. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad at all. Actually reduce their health a little bit. Azazel just flying in there, eh? Let's go and send these guys in. Did we just get smacked by a whip? I think so. Tower is firing away. Sure. Keep at it, buddy. Oh, here he comes. Oh, that's going to hurt too. That sorcerer. Oh my goodness. Alright, in we go into Azazel. Let's try and pin him in place if we can do such a thing. That flaming skull. My goodness. Keep firing away. These guys are coming through to get rear charges when the opportunity presents itself. Azazel's actually losing some morale, so that's good. Crossbows firing away up over here. No. Fire at these marauders. Stay focused on one enemy unit. These Hell Scourges have actually taken a fair bit of damage, it looks like. They're very close to dying, even. Crossbow still firing away. Oh my god, here comes another whip. Yikes. Azazel just having an absolute field day, sending more spears in. Not really holding the line there all that much. Send these guys in. Let's go quickly. Get the rear charges in. Get these swords up over here, I think. Crossbow still firing over here. Yep. Pull you back. Let's go ahead and get this thing built. Let's go ahead and get... What else built? Let's slow them down even further. Get you built over here, perhaps? Yes, let's do it. It'll take some time to build, right? But let's do it. Let's go ahead and fire over here as well, while we can. At Azazel, perhaps. Charge in from the side, please. Good stuff. These guys are getting into position too. Okay. Crossbows moving in. This thing 10 more seconds till it's built. Are we able to fire at the enemy here? This is almost done. You know what? Fire at these chariots. I don't know why they're moving like that, but fire at these chariots. Try and get rid of this nonsense. That'd be helpful. In comes another whip. Ouch. But you know what? We're getting into position with a rear charge. Pretty soon it won't be a rear charge. It'll just be a regular charge. Get these guys back in here. Firing away at the chariots over here, causing some damage. Yeah, you know what? Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. I could get them onto the barricade over here, but I don't think that extra range is going to make that much of a difference for us. Keep firing away, holding the line up over there. In come the rear charges soon. Pushing over here. Our front line, so to speak, broke way too easily. But in comes the first rear charge. Get in there, buddies. Get in there. Into the Hell Scourges. Cause a bit of morale damage. Oh, but our spears are about to give up completely. Still firing back over there. Let's go ahead and fire at these Forsaken, perhaps. That caused a decent bit of damage on the Secret Chariot there. Maybe we should turn around and focus over here, actually. At Azazel, as if that'll do anything. In comes another whip. Man, that hurts so much every time. Every time. Crossbows are turning around, firing up over there. This tower is firing as well. I got points to do something with. I just don't know what to do exactly. What can I put down and where? I guess I have a tower here I could build. Come on, don't... Come on, game. Sure, let's do that. Even if it... I don't think it'll complete in time. We're still firing back over here. Sure, if that's what you want. Oh, here we go. Azazel's coming through. Azazel's noticed us. Get out of there. Oh no, we're in trouble now. Here it is. Yikes. That's bad. That's bad. At least these swords have pushed through. We've actually caused a fair bit of damage there. Let's keep these guys alive here. Can I get you pushing into these guys? Can I get you firing down into these guys? Okay, good stuff. Turn around, open fire at Azazel. He's taken some hurt. Not nearly enough to cause any trouble, but he's taken some hurt at least. Turning around and opening fire. These swords are coming through. Crossbow, crossbow. It's the one unit of crossbows isn't going to do all that much. Against something like a sorcerer or anything like that, I mean. Go ahead and fire at some of these units over here, I think. Crossbows have given up. Azazel's gonna very much cause us trouble. Oh, God. Fire over here. Fire over here, let's go. Take care of whatever we can. Come on, come on, come on. They're in range. Open fire, open fire. In come the chariots, too, now. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's that, I would say, probably. These spears have returned to the fray. Let's go ahead and bring them in. Are you serious? Another one? Oh, no. Oh, no. And now we've got these chariots over here as well. Can we eliminate the chariots? Nope. They're going to eliminate us instead. Income with the... Oh, my goodness. That worked out very well in favor for the enemy. A close defeat. I'm not surprised. We tried our best. We tried our best. I mean, hopefully, we at least caused some damage to some of their units, maybe eliminated some marauders, maybe some of these hell scourges, caused some damage to some of these guys. That when Azazel dove into our crossbows, that was it. Because the crossbows were actually causing a fair bit of hurt as long as we were getting hits in. But once Azazel dove in, well, they stopped getting hits in. I really shouldn't have even fired at Azazel, truth be told. It was pointless. We caused some damage, but that's going to get healed in no time. Now he's going to burn the city down, I assume. That's the plan. I assume that's the plan. Who knows? Maybe we've destroyed enough units to also get them to turn back around and leave, if I'm lucky. Yeah, you know what? We did get rid of these hell scourges. These marauders actually made it, though. That's funny. Alright, well, hey, we caused some damage. We caused some damage. Killed 200 soldiers. Fair enough. I'll take it. Post defeat. And they burned Kappelberg down. That is not going to be good for our economy. That is not going to be good for our economy. And would you look at that? Got a fancy Beastman army over here. Now, is that a bait Beastman army? Are there two? Is there a second one lurking in there somewhere, setting up an ambush? Or is that the only one? Or are there two and they're just in different places? That's possible too, of course. I guess I'm about to find out. Oh, what is this now? Electors go to war. Oh, no. The rival states of Ostermark and Stirland have been unable to reconcile their differences and tensions have bubbled over into full-blown war. Elector Count Wolfram Hertwig of Ostermark has declared war on Stirland. What action will you take? We could stop the war. We've got enough prestige. We've actually accumulated a fair bit, and that'll actually help our imperial authority as well. The other option... So, there's I was reminded of this, actually, in the comments of the previous session. I mentioned previously that if we get somebody to fealty 10 and they ask to confederate, we can always delay it. So that's not a concern. We don't have to rush into a confederation that we're not ready for. And trust me, we are not ready for a confederation right about now. But what I'd forgotten, so thank you for reminding me, is that when you delay confederation, it actually helps imperial authority. And so it's a good way to increase our imperial authority. So I say that to say this. When I do get the opportunity to get somebody to fealty level 10, I should do that so that I can increase our imperial authority and position ourselves for a confederation a bit sooner rather than later. For now, though, we are going to stop this war, spend our prestige, and gain some imperial authority. Thank you very much. We'll use our political influence, yes, to prevent war. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now we're just suffering from a growth penalty as opposed to all this other stuff as well. And you know what? That actually improved our economy by enough. Wasn't this in the red just moments ago until our imperial authority improved? So that's good. Now if I can just get it up to this. If I can just get it up to that. Kappelberg has been raised. Yes, I'm painfully aware of that. Thank you very much. Oh, are you for real right now? Another ambusher discovered. That's not what I'm for reeling. Yeah, I've noticed Kazrak as well. Carcassonne and Baston have confederated. Good for them. Shadowgore Warherd has been destroyed. Fair enough. I was lamenting this. Throt has arrived. So now I'm not sure if this is a Skaven hold. You know what? Maybe it is a Skaven hold after all. But they're both here. Fantastic. I love it. It's just a wonderful party. And we're hosting, even though we never sent out the invites. Alright, oh crap, and look at this too. I was about to say, oh, and it looks like the Vampire Counts have moved both of their armies up to this side. But no, that's a third army. That's a new army. So we have who over here? We have Maldwin over here. We have Reinhardt over here. And so that means this must be Daddy Vladdy. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. This is getting harsh. This is getting real harsh. For now, I think, Karl, do we send you up with a 17 stack against Kazrak's 9 stack and risk the ire of an ambush? I think we'd be okay. Karl is in a better position to do that than Nicholas for sure. I suppose I could recruit Sterlin's Revenge. 17, 18, 19, and leave room for the Karaberg's great swords, right? Can I afford these guys? Not really. Even recruiting one of them, the upkeep cost takes us into the red. So not really an option. If I wait one more turn, it'll just give them an opportunity to plan and strike at us or hide again. We've got a golden opportunity over here. So Karl, let's go ahead and dive on in at the risk of, yes, being ambushed en route. A risk I am willing to take. Oh, he's going to retreat. Still within my reach, though? Yes, very much so. And no ambush either. The unfortunate thing is we might be caught out in a position where we suffer from attrition. No one's going to die as a result of it. Let's do it. In we go. Kazrak, your time has come. Decisive victory is predicted. We're obviously not going to auto-resolve this because God knows how that'll end up. So, to the battlefield we go. Alright, folks, this is it. This should be the end of Kazrak. Do not be deceived by this. Of course, he has quite a few units that are able to hide no matter where they stand. So do not be deceived by this. We're going to get Karl in a forward position so he can go in and scout. We're going to go ahead and get a regular formation for our army. Let's see. All these swords alongside... Did I just abandon the halberds in the previous battle with this army? I think I did. Get the swords up over here, or perhaps even up over here. Block this angle of approach, right? So we'll do this kind of a thing, because they do have some Centaur. Yeah, that's okay. We'll get the halberds along with our spears and spearmint shields over here to block off anything that might be coming our way. And then, of course, they'll be able to move around and get some flanking maneuvers of their own going as well. We'll get the Free Company militia grouped up and a little exposed to the side here, yes, but hopefully we'll be able to react quickly enough to shut down any charges using Karl. Very hopeful there, but we'll see. Get the artillery back over here. Actually, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and move these spears a bit further this way, and the halberds too, and move these guys up over there. Get you grouped up. And yeah, we'll be able to fire away, hopefully draw them towards us, right? Let's get these guys in the trees, maybe push in for a flanking opportunity if one presents itself. And of course, we've got these handgunners as well. We'll get them... where? I think what we'll do is we'll actually get them over here. We'll move them up to the top of this as soon as we can. So let's go ahead and get you all picked up. And yeah. Let's begin. Come on. Love it when the keys don't respond. Karl, let's move you up. Artillery, firing away. Let's go. Again, getting these guys into this high position hopefully will work out for us. Let's get the Free Company militia moving up alongside the rest of the army as well, of course. And artillery, you about to fire? Come on now, let loose. There we go. They're gonna dodge for sure. That's okay. Trying to draw them out here. Pull them towards us, dive into those warhounds perhaps, or maybe even these raiders over here. There are some spears there though. No surprise, no surprise. Fire away there at slower units perhaps. And tempting to dive in with Karl and try and pin these guys in place so the artillery can fire on them. Karl taking a bit of a risk, but I think a worthwhile one. In comes the artillery fire. Not too shabby, not excellent, not terrible either. Karl, let's see if we can't get you up in the air. Artillery, a couple more shots over here, please. Karl, stay on the ground for now. Wait until one more volley comes through, I think. Maybe it's time to leave. Now, we still haven't taken too much damage. In we come with a volley. You know what? That was alright. That was alright. Up in the air now. Try and pull these guys towards us. Tempting to send the cavalry in there, but I don't think it's necessary just quite yet. Let's go. Let's go up, Karl. Come on now. Get away from these warhounds. Raiders are firing away now. Artillery shots still coming through. Can hear them. A little wide, these ones, it looks like. Yeah, way off. Alright, come on now. Up in the air now. Up in the air now. Guys are just chasing us to Kingdom Come. Let's go. Move our cavalry up over here. Just not able to get up in the air. He's just being hounded, quite literally, by the Chaos Warhounds. In come some shots from the artillery, though. Not going to do anything. Those units are way too fast to actually get caught by artillery. Open fire on Kazrak as soon as we can as well, right? Get the cavalry in there to let Karl up in the air. Wouldn't mind countering these grog hooves as well. Up in the air, come on now. In come the knights. Good stuff, rescuing the Emperor. Karl, up in the air, please. Doing okay over there. Where are all their hidden units? Okay, we're up in the air. Keep moving, keep moving. Pull the knights back. Up we go, up we go. Karl moving over here. There we go. Guns, open fire. Guns, open fire. Move these guys up ever so slightly. Artillery able to open fire as well. Guns getting some work done. Yes, they are. Love it. Karl, into the raiders. Quickly now. Let's get our cavalry coming through as well for some rear charges. Good shooting, good shooting. Send these halberds in up over here. No flanking about to happen, it looks like. In goes Karl, having a field day. Gunfire, having an absolute blast as well. These guys are about to give up on the fighting. The raiders look like they're about to give up too. We've got these guys ready to push in. Maybe shut down the Senegors with throwing axes. Karl can pull in for a charge over here, counter charge over here. I don't want to block the shots for these Free Company militia. They're just doing so well right now. And our handgunners as well, scaring these raiders off. Good stuff. Free Company militia, move up over there. Karl, dive in with a rear charge, please. Love to see this. In we go. Good stuff. Break them. Get the Knights Errant away as well. They're in a bit of trouble. Karl, let's pull you up and hit some of these Senegor perhaps. Keep them in place. And our Free Company militia able to open fire now as well. Guns too. Let's go, handgunners. Come on. Come on, pull these knights away. Karl into the Senegor with great weapons. Shots coming through, doing quite well over here. Not too bad. Karl's, yep, doing alright. Doing quite alright. Turn these two guys around to fire at the raiders. Handgunner's doing okay. Karl, let's pull you back. Go ahead and fire over here. Pull these guys up over there into the raiders. They've taken quite a bit of damage as well, actually. They're quite soft. They're quite a bit softer than I expect them to be every time. Go and send these guys in. You guys have been scared off. Good charge back there from the knights, it looks like. Karl pulling back. Go ahead and fire away over here. Those guys are scared off. They're done for. Now, he did retreat, so this should eliminate the army completely. Karl holding his ground over here, allowing all the guns to get in closer. Good stuff, good stuff. Raiders are going to give up shortly, I'm sure, as well. Yep, there we go. Some shots into these warhounds. Should do the trick. These guys still over here. Kazrak's still over here as well. Just kind of let him walk through, didn't I? In we go, in we go. And these guys in as well, let's go. Pull the guns away. Karl's done alright, up in the air. I guess Kazrak's kind of the only one left. No, we've got these guys still. Opening fire on them, though. They've given up. That's victory. Good stuff. Good stuff. Kazrak, not so easy. Not so easily for you, buddy. One speed time up. Let's see what we can do over here. Try and pin Kazrak down. He's getting shot up as well. Oh, he's going to die. He's going to drop dead. Finish him. There it is. Beautiful. These units are going to get away, but again, they are... they've retreated already, so this army should perish. Good stuff. A close victory. I will happily take it. Hopefully this is the end of Kazrak and his kin. But I fear there might be that other army still out there, ready to pounce. And I'm a little concerned about Karl Franz's location if that army is out there and nearby. If we get ambushed, we're in a lot of trouble. Some of these units will perish if we get ambushed. Including, potentially, the heroes. Kept a lot of units in reserve there as well. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have pushed a bit more aggressively. But I think that worked out alright. I wanted to give the Free Company militia room to fire from, and it looks like they... Boy, did they fire. They did quite well. Lost about 300 troops. I'd rather not lose any, obviously, but not too bad, all things considered. And yes, this army has been entirely wiped out, I believe. Let's go ahead and take the money. God knows I could use it. They're taken care of. Yes, excellent. And we... If I force march, I can pull back to here, where we will not take attrition. But that means if we get attacked, we are in trouble. Okay. Force march, pull back to here, take that replenishment, and I could send Nicholas up there as well. The concern, of course, is what? The concern is if he gets ambushed, he's in trouble too. Which army do I think is more likely to succeed
in an ambush. Because you'll notice we did not get a faction destroyed notification. That means there is still at least one Beastman army out there. And we can see, actually, we've got an agent up over here too, Bamu Death Herd. So a little bit of uncertainty over here. A little bit of uncertainty. If we're fortunate, Nicholas can attack at the same time. Eilhart would provide opportunities for recruitment. We actually have our blacksmith done as well, which means we can now get the halberdiers and the Empire Knights, right? If we wanted to. Again, merging feels painful with these ranked up units. That's the only struggle over here for me right now. That's the only struggle over here. 195. Yeah, that's not financially not really viable. All right, let's go ahead and merge these guys. Oh, actually, let's merge these guys. And let's merge these guys. Good stuff. And let's go ahead and move Nicholas a bit closer. Does it have to be a forced march? Does not. Alright. Sorry, just contemplating over here the potential ramifications, because I do not know what that other army might even be. I cannot remember its size or capabilities. You know what? The Emperor can handle himself, I think. We'll send Nicholas into Altdorf, increase his replenishment rate, and that'll be that for now. That'll be that for now. Or so I think. We're not going to build any of these upgrades. We don't have access, I don't think, to the Great Swords or the Demigryph Knights just quite yet, right? That is still a bit away for us. Yeah, we gotta upgrade Uberstrike for that. Sure, perhaps we prioritize that as opposed to Eilhart so we can get this upgraded and get this upgraded as well. Again, though, that's 4,000, which we can't afford right now, but hopefully battling with the Vampire Counts will allow us to make that money and make some progress as far as securing our economy is concerned. Because you gotta spend money to make money, we just don't have spending money right about now, unfortunately. Folks, all that and more next time. This is where we're calling it a session. The war with the Vampire Counts will come to a head next session for sure, but we are almost done cleaning up the Beastmen situation, which means Karl is almost able to return to the other front, replenishing along the way. Just, I think, one last Beastmen army remains. Let's take a look. They're actually not interested in peace. No settlements. I worry they're close to claiming Gorsel for themselves, though. That would be a real pain. That would be a real pain. Forcing us further and further away from the Vampire Count situation. But like I said, folks, all that and more next time. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know down below by leaving a like and a comment. As always, it makes a very big difference in just letting me know what y'all are enjoying on the channel. As always, as well, of course, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.